Because I come from Legacy Automotive, I spent my entire career in retail, and I can tell you that the way they're doing it here at Rivian is absolutely the future. So we finally get to drive the R1T Rivian right here in Burnaby, British Columbia. So let's hop in and go for a drive. All right, so we're at 45% state of charge and we're in all-purpose mode. That's cool that it lets you know here too. That's great. And we are good to go. And so I see it, it's got, that just means you're in park, or does that mean the parking brake is on?
That's the parking brake. So once we put the car in a drive.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, you can feel it unlock.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah. Okay, so high regen, stability is on, ride is set to soft. And what's our suspension height at?
Right now, I believe it's at 25 centimeters, I believe.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's get going.
Let's pull it here. So pull in this person's drive whenever.
Cool. See now, if I was in my car, that's a different story. You see all the scrapes?
Yeah.
This thing will handle this, no problem. Oh yeah. Yeah, just tell me where we're going.
Perfect, yeah. I think we do a nice little loop up Burnaby, then make our way back.
Awesome.
That sound okay to you?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Yeah, love this. Like, just the whole feeling of this truck is very, very solid. And I guess because you're up so high, you really feel like you're in this like moving tank.
Yeah.
You know, you're just kind of passing through the outside world.
Hopefully it drives a little better than a tank though.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. Very refined. There we go. Yeah, the regen feel is nice. It, yeah, good modulation through the pedal. Very, very good. Like even smaller inputs.
And then you'll see the status of that next to the drive there. So the blue will be we're using it.
Yes.
And the green will be us putting back the charge.
Great.
So again, one of the features why I like the high regen as well, right?
Yeah, because you're getting your max range. So when you run in conserve mode, does it automatically give you max regen?
We can test it. Let's put it in conserve mode. All right, there you go. So there's different levels preset for like in terms of the settings.
For drive modes.
For drive modes, right? So in conserve mode, this is basically going to turn off the back two motors.
Okay.
Turning it into kind of a dual between a front wheel drive and an all-wheel drive. It doesn't rotate.
But if the front wheels do slip, it'll automatically power up right away. Okay, cool. So there's no issue running conserve mode in slippery conditions. Oh, I just felt something change.
Yeah, just put it back in all purpose. So
okay, kind of like just like released something. Yeah, I just felt that through the drive line. Yeah. So tell me something real quick here. So I'll give you a little story. So my wife has an older Model X.
Okay.
The rear drive unit just died, and she was able to drive for 3 weeks on just the front motor.
Okay.
Until they got her a new one under warranty. And it's old. It's got like 250,000 kilometers. And anyways, almost 8 years old. But my question is, if one of the motors dies on this, can you still drive on the other 3 or what have you? Like, will it still propel the vehicle, or will it leave you?
You know what? That's a very interesting question. I'll have to look that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'd love to know that.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
it was
Head back to space.
it was just it was a really cool thing to be able to drive.
That's a good thing that you're able to do that.
Well, especially too, like off-road, like if just in the event something happened, is there a way to at least get you back out to civilization, you know, because these things are going to take you into places that you wouldn't normally go.
Exactly, right?
So something to think about. And now I understand these guys are tied in with Alexa, Amazon,
Correct.
that
Yes.
sort of thing. So we have like a voice assistant.
Yeah, so you can, if you sign in, it's signed into the static truck upstairs.
Okay.
So it's the same way as like on the Tesla, you hold down the left
Scroll wheel.
scroll. Yeah, I'm not sure
Okay.
if it's signed in, but let's take a look.
And it would be like Alexa, you know, whatever, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's cool. So if I have Alexa in my house,
Mm-hmm.
does it use the same account?
Yeah, so you basically just sign in.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that hopefully there'll be some software updates. So like for being able to tell Alexa to do stuff through your truck and have it do it in your house. Or
Best
whatever.
part about owning AV, or underrated owning AV, is all the software updates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Like your older Model X there has the same UI as, or your Model 3 is the newer ones.
Right. The updates.
Yeah.
Yeah. No Alexa though.
No Alexa.
So that is a cool
They have
feature.
Google Assistant, right?
No, they just have their own
Or their own one.
proprietary. Yeah. The Polestar has Google, and someone else. I'm trying to think who the other company is.
I've got one right here. Yeah, to fully charge you, take a look at they had the Polestar 3 on display there.
Yeah.
I believe, yeah.
Yeah, took a look at that. That thing's it's a nice truck. I'd still rather the R1S. Although the R2 I think is going to be just a killer. It's you put this amount of thoughtfulness into a smaller compact SUV, I think it's going to sell exceptionally.
Take off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the interior design is like, if you take a look at the car like in detail, which you guys are doing, you see the amount of thought that goes
Yeah.
into like everything, right?
Yeah, and it does, just heightens your enjoyment of owning the product. It's you know, discovering something new after you've had the car for 6 months and that sort of
Yeah.
thing. It brings you some more joy. Like this flat bottom on the steering wheel too, which is something you don't often see in trucks. It just helps you, you know, get in and out and gives it kind of a sportier feel.
Yeah, and this has the easy entry as well, right? Where you
Right.
can set it to like.
So it'll squat down the suspension. And everything?
Yeah, so we'll actually go right here. Yeah, there's a cool feature called a kneel mode.
Okay.
And what that does is, because the car can technically go to such high levels of suspension, when you put the car in a park, if enabled, it'll drop the car to low suspension for easier access.
Beautiful.
So, you know, older folks, kids, they don't have to like hoist themselves into like
Yeah.
a bigger car here.
Oh, that's a great feature.
You're towing like they can tow 11,000 pounds, right?
Exactly.
You're towing a trailer.
Yeah, that's really hard to believe too. 11,000 pounds behind this thing, and it's like, it's a big truck, but it's not like a big truck.
Yeah, yeah. Like I see people come in and they're like, oh, it's a truck, but then they see the bed and it's like, it's still a good size, but
Mhm.
you could just 50 ahead of us. Right?
Yeah.
It's probably,
But this is, it's very almost like a Swiss Army knife. Like,
Yeah.
it's just great in the city, but it'll rip it out in the country and the mountains. And also too, you know, off-roading, you don't want the super wide.
Nope.
That's why the Jeeps are so popular, because they are a little bit smaller architecture, and this thing is giving you best of both worlds. And the drive is amazing. Like,
It's
it's
awesome.
so smooth. This one pedal is just like on point.
yeah, you got
It
used
is-
to that super high regen pretty quick, and I popped
Yeah.
us into sport just for a little bit of highway here. But
Yeah, I saw the little flags come up. I thought that's what that might be.
yeah, you
And so
got
this is my ride height here.
it. Correct.
Okay, cool. And it automatically puts me on hold.
Yeah, so you can take everything off.
Mm-hmm.
It does. This is a nice one too, because we'll turn right here. You'll see it's a pretty steep hill,
Okay.
so it's fun to see, you know, people who aren't as experienced driving the EVs to be like, no, you can take your foot off.
Yeah.
Take your foot off the brake. Just take a break.
Oh yeah, look at this hill, Nav. There we go, buddy. We're taking off. Oh man, did you hear the front end broke loose there? Ooh, I backed off. That wasn't even full power. That was like 3/4. Man, this thing's incredible. I love the motor whine in these motors. It's Doesn't sound like any other EV I've ever driven. It's got a nice, healthy whir to it.
I like that word, healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
Yeah, it's not like in your face, right?
No,
it's not like it's not obtrusive, but it's like enough that's like, oh yeah.
You feel it.
I know
You feel it
something's
and you
going
hear it.
Yeah. She's working. So will they be able to do software updates with the rear screen, I'm assuming, down the road too?
Yeah, potentially. You never know, right? That's the beauty of software updates.
Right.
Is you're not limiting yourself to anything. Like, you don't know 100%,
Leverage.
but yeah.
Leverage more out of the hardware.
You can lock it up in the front too.
Here we go. We're going to regen here. Oh yeah. Even on the downhill, it really reels it in. It's good. Now that I've spent more time in it as a passenger and a driver, it really is like a Swiss Army knife, like a jack of all trades. Like there's a lot that this thing can do.
Is there one thing in particular that stood out? Maybe the high regen? Or...
Yeah, the one pedal driving is very well done. Very well done. I like that motor one too.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah. But it's super comfortable. Like you can tell there's a big tire. Like even like with this in the steering, you can tell it's got some meaty tires on it. But it holds itself very well.
It doesn't feel like 7,000 pounds per hour, right?
Mm-hmm. No, it handles it well. It handles itself very well. You know what? People complain about the EVs and stuff being heavy, but go drive a car in a Crossway, and then tell me if you want a light car. Like, especially on an overpass.
Yeah, there's definitely like a mental shift that's happening towards EVs, and that's about just education, right? Like charging.
Yeah.
But, it's new, right? I mean, it's not new in the sense of it's brand new, but it is new in people's minds.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I feel like it's in a similar way to when phones all had keyboards.
Yeah.
And it's like, when the touch screen came out, and it was like, it was new, and then more and more, and then it became the norm, and then now it's like, what do you do?
Yeah.
What are you doing with a keyboard? Like, you were just get out of here.
There's probably one guy out there with the Blackberry.
Yeah,
so,
just hammering away,
So you drove the S yesterday, right? You guys drove
Yep.
the S yesterday. Have you noticed any stark differences?
So I want to say I hear the motors more in the truck.
Okay.
And that was telling me there was something there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you just want to check turning radius.
Yeah.
Now we were talking about turning radius this morning at Costco. Let's see how this thing goes. No way.
So good.
No way. Huh. Nah, this thing's like, that's as good as your Model 3, right? What do you think?
It's great.
Not bad. Okay, that's all I need. That was great.
Perfect.
That was great. Yeah, it's
We got a lot of bike roads here too, right? In BC.
mm-hmm.
So it's nice to know these can do. On those bike roads, they have a lot of smaller roundabouts.
Yes.
It's nice to
Yeah.
know these cars are well within the range.
That's
to do
decent, actually. I'm surprised. I didn't think it was going to clear that van. That is very decent.
That. Right
Look at
here.
that. No brakes.
No brakes.
No brakes. Amazing.
So this is a nice hill to show people the regen and.
Look at that. Like, it'll take it right down to a stop. Look at that. Huh. Killer. All right. Can we sport mode it here?
Yep.
Ready, Naver?
Hmm?
And that's at 43% state of charge. It just picks up its skirt and runs. Very good.
The Swiss Army knife.
Yeah,
There you go.
it kind of does everything, right? It's got a tool for every job.
360 camera and the rear
Yes.
camera. It's just
Yeah.
super. And then we also have the blind spot.
Oh, is that new?
So it's there. It's just
Yeah.
that you have to activate it.
Okay. This is cool. Wait, was that showing you a front?
Yeah, front camera.
Oh, that's going to be amazing on the trails.
Yeah, and it's also great for when you're pulling in to some like smaller
Mhm.
charging stations. If they're at a gas station or anything like that.
Right.
A lot of the time they're shunted in the corner.
Mhm.
Got a bigger car. It's really beneficial for that.
That's cool. That's really cool, actually.
Yeah. Also, because you don't know how far the hood is, right? Like now,
Mhm.
it's like we're so close, but
And so this is my bumper right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I really like that actually.
And into this underground here. You get to see how close we are at the top. It's pretty close.
Put it in max height. So now do you need to put it in like kneel or anything to get down here?
We're good.
Okay. Here, Nav, shoot this here, bud. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Not bad, not bad.
And then we'll go straight here.
Okay.
We'll just back into the store right here. You can flex.
Mm-hmm. Full bird's eye. That's pretty cool. So that's your park assist just beeping away.
Yeah, and you can go all the way back. And there we go.
Awesome. Thank you very much, man.
No worries, sir. It was a pleasure.
Really
Hope
appreciate
you enjoyed
it.
it.
Yeah, it was a great drive. Really cool. It surprised me in a few spots.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
Hopefully a good surprise.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that turning radius was a surprise. Honestly, it was. And so this is like Tesla. You just get out.
Just get out. Yeah, in proximity. I'll
Love it.
walk her up.
Good stuff. So underneath here, you've got your hinge mechanism, and this is on gas shocks. Very cool. This will take 1,000 pounds of weight. This guy. Another spare tire. Very cool. And that's on a gas strut as well. Very cool. Yeah. And then in here, we've got air compressor.
Yep. It's under.
And this must be for the gear guard.
Yep. Okay.
Is that what they call those?
Yeah, the gear. The gear.
Perfect. And then over here now on the right side, you've got AC power. Beautiful. All right, guys, so we're here in the Rivian studio in British Columbia. This is the only one in Canada and has a really unique setup. This is a virtual reality area here to explore the Rivian R1T. On the monitor behind me, you're gonna see me as a little animated, I believe it's the gear guard Yeti that's gonna be going around the vehicle, so you'll be able to see what I'm looking at with the VR headset on. Now, the reason why this is in this particular studio is because they couldn't get a vehicle in here. I don't know if it was due to size or weight restrictions or probably just the way the doors are laid out, but this is a pop-up shop and it is temporary before they move to a much larger facility. So let's check it out. I'm gonna get hooked up and you guys will see what I'm looking at. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm excited to see the innermost workings of the Rivian R1T. Oh my gosh, there's the truck. That's crazy. Okay, so there's a red R1T literally right in front of me. So here's the bed, there's the back of the truck, the wheel is right here. There's the back door, front door, there's the mirror. This is crazy, front wheel. And then here's the front of the truck right here, and there's the hood. That's crazy. This is nuts. So somebody was saying I can go inside?
Yeah, just walk straight through.
Okay, here we go. We're going into the Rivian R1T. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is crazy. Okay, steering wheel, center screen, here's the console. I'm gonna go right. I am now standing in the center console. Okay, so he said I can go underneath and look at the battery pack or where they store the batteries?
Yeah.
Okay, now check this out, buddy. Let's see, here we go. So I'm in the bed of the truck. Here's the back glass right in front of me, and I'm gonna dive right through the Rivian logo. Here we go. Oh my God. Oh, frig. Okay. Okay, so this is where the battery pack goes, but the battery's not here. Nav, show them on the screen what I'm looking at, if you can. Okay, I want the light. Okay, there's Rivian blue. Give me the was it ocean? Ocean, yeah, ocean coast interior. Let's go. Because I see green now. It's frig. It's ocean coast. It's the white interior. Wow, this is the way to buy a car, guys. Imagine you can experience VR or go to Legacy Auto and have some salesman try and pressure you into whatever's on the lot. Look at this. But sir, don't you want to look and see what we have on the lot? This is incredible. Can you change the wheels? Let's put 22s on it. So you guys can see my configuration on the screen here. Okay, now we get the blacked out 22s. Look at this. Okay, let's close the doors and close the gear tunnel and see how this thing looks. Wow. What a spec. Look at this thing. It's so funny, I'm pulling the cord because I don't want it to get stuck under the tire. I feel like I'm in like another dimension, like I'm starting to get this right. It's pretty sick. I love it, I love it. Okay, I gotta come back to Earth here. That's incredible. This is the future of car buying, guys. We got VR, we're using artificial intelligence, we're using direct sales, we're doing electric vehicles. Absolutely incredible. I mean, you really want to go to your, anyways, we won't go into it. Everybody knows the old school, but this is definitely the future. Just outside the Rivian store, we just had the complete retail experience. When you roll up here, you're surrounded by outdoor games, you've got coffee shops, just chill places to relax, beautiful fountains, all kinds of stuff going on here. But I can tell you, we did the test drive, we did a virtual reality walk through the vehicle, and the overall experience, just the welcoming hospitality atmosphere here is just second to none. It's a absolutely pivotal difference from Legacy Automotive. You don't have some salesman grabbing your door handle, asking you, oh, what do you want to buy? Or why don't you buy this on the lot, blowing cigarette smoke at you, feeding you cold pizza and bad coffee. I can tell you that this place was incredible. This is the future of buying cars. The entire purchase process is done online. And this is the future.